had to put the fucking cats out, man. They wouldn't let me eat. They wouldn't let me cook. I had to put the cats out, bro. Fuck. You know, it was raining earlier, so I fucking brought them in. But, yo, yeah. So today we're gonna, you know, watch some shit. I'm eating my breakfast, which is at 3 in the afternoon, which is two quarter-pound bison beef patties, 5 eggs, 1 whole avocado, and obviously cheese, and sourdough. The sourdough from Sprouts. It only has 5 ingredients. It's actually good for the gut microbiome. It helps with digestion, blah, 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 inflammation, yada, yada. So I'm getting my protein in and my good fats. So now we're going to watch something called Retatrutide. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's a fucking peptide. And supposedly, bro, that's just like for a little bottle, it's like fucking $300. There's so many people bothering me, dude. But anyways, let's do it. Share screen with, bro, super smart guy.
Steroids get blamed for heart issues, but the first place that they cause problems, the brain. Vital pathways between mood, recovery, and energy get hijacked. That's why fat loss hits a wall. The signals have been scrambled. Testosterone pushes up stress. Growth hormone crashes energy. And orals overload the liver, causing brain fog. All these problems silently build up until retatrutide brings those systems. It restores dopamine sensitivity and resets the exact GLP-1 and GIP pathways that steroids overload. Now, Reta is not a Weight Watchers drug. It's a neural upgrade, unlocking better recovery, sharper thinking, and potentially a safer cycle. Now, let's break down how Reta could be the antidote for cycle damage. Steroids ruin insulin sensitivity. Wait. What the hell does that mean? They make it harder for your body to use carbohydrates properly. Reta gets your cells responding the right way to carbs. Growth hormone spikes blood sugar, leaving you feeling lifeless. Reta flattens the curve and keeps energy levels stable. DECA, or MPP, will mess with your focus and clarity, while on the other hand, Reta will boost dopamine and brain drive. Orals will inflame the liver and clog up recovery. Reta is not fussed because it will drop liver fat by 80% in 24 weeks, even without diet changes. It's a kind of metabolic repair built into the stack. Most fat loss protocols wreck recovery, while adding Reta, that seems to improve it. Because let's remember, progress doesn't come with brain fog, cravings, and metabolic chaos. Now here is where we see it gets interesting. Using Reta at different stages of a cycle. When trying to get lean on a cut, hunger will be gone, but energy, that stays. Lean mass is preserved even if deep into a deficit. It's fat loss on easy mode without losing strength. In a bulk phase, 600 grams a day of carbs, no fat spillover. You'll grow new muscle tissue, but without growing a gut at the same time. A TRT or maintenance phase, you'll feel like you're cruising with a 20-year-old's metabolism. And as a result of using Reta, that bloating will fade away. But suddenly, with this what looks like a loss of size, guys start to panic because they think they've flattened out. But what they're seeing is not the dreaded muscle loss. It's actually inflammation leaving the tissue. Less water, guys are not shrinking, they're resetting. Once that system has been stabilized, pumps come back, fullness returns, and it's real. None of that glycogen fluff or cortisol bloat. It's simply a myth that Reta is going to burn through your physique. Muscle is not calories in, calories out. It's recovery, cellular output, and nutrient use. And Reta will sharpen those internal mechanisms. And that's why anyone who's used it right didn't lose size. They just exposed the muscle that was already there. So how does Reta pair with some of the special compounds that some guys are using? Well, here's what real-world synergy actually looks like. Testosterone, that builds size, but also brings water, fat, and midsection bloat. Reta keeps the gains tight, less spillover, and more shape. Growth hormone, that burns fat, but leaves you feeling really tired if not managed right. Reta will keep energy up and fat burning steady, no crash. Primobolan keeps you dry and visually sharp, but it can have you looking depleted in a cut. Reta will add the drive and the fullness without bloat. Nandrolone, great for joint strength and skin, but it can wreck your focus and have you looking soft. Retta will give you back that cognitive edge and have you looking lean. Anavar pre-workout will boost power and performance, but subsequently can have you feeling drained. Retta will then help you push harder, recover faster, so you stay dialed in. Hold up a sec. Have you tried Retta on TRT or a cycle yet? If so, did it help with hunger, glucose, recovery, or maybe all three? Either way, share the magic and drop a comment below. We're moving on. Who is curious to find out that sweet spot? Here are the dosages. The goal is to start low and then put things up based on precision. 3 to 4 per week is the sweet spot for most users. Only go over 4 if hunger, glucose, or recovery markers still need more control. And your latest blood work confirms it. Now, gentlemen, timing does matter, as this is where things start to click. Subcutaneous 3 times a week, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Take it in the morning when you're fasted. If on growth hormone, separate the Retta by 30 to 60 minutes. Delay orals like Anavar 2 to 3 hours post-dose to avoid timing conflict. But this stuff is rarely new, so how do we actually know it's working or it's real? The proof will be in the blood work. That's going to show you if it's legit. Fasting insulin drops, CRP comes down, glucose stabilizes, liver enzymes improve, IGF-1 holds steady, and appetite lowers, while strength doesn't. But here's the catch. You won't know unless you test. So every 4 weeks, run a full panel, as this is going to give you some real-time feedback to see if your stack is helping or hurting. Retta seems to be some kind of hero in this video, but let's get real. Even heroes have their limits. And unfortunately, it won't save a poorly planned cycle. It's just going to reveal that lack of preparation and all the cracks even faster. Now, these are little examples, like if someone is running 2 high tests and not checked their estrogen in months, or they're doing 4 or 5 hours sleep a night. They've been on oral steroids for way too long and their gut is inflamed. Donating blood with low iron stores because nobody told them to check ferritin. Stacking GH, nandrolone, and Anavar with no clue where their prolactin, thyroid, CRP, or fasting insulin is at. These are not minor mistakes. They are how health problems start, as Retta is not some kind of shield for poor steroid use. It rewards precision and magnifies poor choices. However, when used right, it belongs in the same sentence as growth hormone, test, and primobolan. Not because it burns fat, but because it's a metabolic optimizer designed for enhanced users chasing results that don't want to wreck their health. In any case, if you think you might need help and guidance to level up in a safe way, you can reach out. There's a link below this video in the description box. Hit that.
Well, that shit seems pretty dope, man. I'm not gonna lie, but it's expensive as fuck, and also the fact that I do my own cycles, you know, and like I just go off with the research that I've done myself. If I'm doing something incorrectly as far as my estrogen, prolactin levels, my liver enzymes, whatever, like if I'm making like one mistake, you know, because I'm not, you know, checking the blood work like as often as I should, I would just, you know, I would say for me, someone that's not a professional user, I would avoid it and I wouldn't do it. It's expensive as fuck. And you have to, you know, obviously get the dosing right. And then if you don't have your cycle in tune with your hormones and your blood work and your panels, then it says that it's gonna have worse side effects than good ones. So I'm not willing to take that chance. I already made plenty of mistakes with my steroid experiments, so I'm good. I've been in the ER too many times trying new shit. So okay. So that's my opinion on that shit. Dr. James is smart as fuck. That's why I like watching his videos.